When my sister's son started middle school, math hit him like a wall. He'd come home crying, defeated. My sister works nights at the hospital, so I stepped in to help with his homework after school. For 3 straight months, we worked at their kitchen table, fractions, multiplication drills, word problems, and slowly, his grades climbed from D's to B's. We high-fived after every quiz. He even started doing extra credit assignments, something he'd never done before. He was proud of himself. I was proud of him. Then, one afternoon while I was making grilled cheese for us, his math teacher called my sister. I could hear her voice through the phone, sharp and certain. "There's no way your son improved this much without cheating." She claimed to have proof, but wouldn't say what it was. My nephew was sitting right there. His face crumpled. "I didn't cheat," he whispered. "I didn't. We just practiced a lot." But the teacher wouldn't listen. That night, I found his math notebook in the trash. Every page was filled with practice problems, hundreds of them. Some of the pages were stained with tears from when he got frustrated. On one page in the margins, he'd written, "I can do this," over and over again. Since my sister was working, I took him to the meeting with the principal the next day. The teacher came in with his latest test, a 92%, and laid it next to another kid's 94%. "See, the answers are almost identical," she said, as if that proved everything. I just looked at her. "There are only so many ways to solve 7 by 8, I said. The principal started talking about academic dishonesty, permanent records, and consequences. My nephew just stared down at his shoes, silent. That's when I pulled out his notebook and dropped it on the table. "He earned that grade," I said. The teacher flipped through the pages, her face changing as she read. When she saw the page where he'd scribbled, "I can do this," over and over again, her expression softened. The principal cleared his throat and said they'd need to review the situation further. 2 days later, we got an email. The other student had been caught on the classroom cameras copying off my nephew's paper. Not the other way around. My nephew never asked for an apology. He just looked at me and said, "Can we still do math together?" And today, he told me he wants to become a math teacher one day. "I want to help kids who think they can't do it," he said. Sometimes I think about how close he came to believing that lie, that he wasn't smart, that he needed to cheat, that he wasn't enough. That's the thing about kids. They believe what adults tell them about themselves. Thank God he didn't listen.